Okay, let's try to explain some of this price movement with human emotions and stuff. So we did a huge pump. People were taking profits because this area was actually quite interesting on the higher time frames. So let's zoom a little bit out here. So we are now here. So this was just an area we wanted to break. If we started to break this area, expectation will be to go at least up to here, but maybe even higher. So because this is just a lower high of this movement, it's the next zone because we already broke this area. So now it's up here, the interesting zone. So it was a good area to start to take profits on longs from lower. Yeah. So let's find it again. So we are here. Yeah. So zoom in a little bit. So let's try to explain what's happening here. Okay. People are taking profits here in the longs. Was a good area to reject. I mean, actually got a huge sell-off here. So a lot of people kind of got wrecked here, but that's their fault. But they didn't close lower here. They just wicked below, so they are still in an uptrend here. This in higher time frames. They rejected the same area again, so still sellers were, I guess, in control. They were able to hold it at this level. So people shorting were still okay here. People shorting here were still okay if they had a stop loss above here. Also meaning that profit taking here and shorting is actually higher than the people breakout longing this one. So they went for another pullback. Actually lost some stuff here, but they still hold that trend pretty much. They went up again, and now they finally broke it. The expectation was to go higher. I also actually expecting to go higher than this, but I didn't buy up here. This isn't an area I would buy. I'm not a breakout buyer, even though many people are. So, but the buying here was not high enough, powerful enough. So at some point, price were not able to go. It was not able to go higher. Or more sellers than people willing to buy up here. So they basically failed to go higher. And when they actually lost, so many people would now try to long this area because it was previous resistance, so it should now be support. So they actually, if they bought this area, they were actually underwater here. And some people might even have closed the trades on this small bounce here. But I guess many people were not, because we still held this move that made it high. So it's still somewhat okay. But then we went lower. Closed below the move that made it high. And now this previous support, now resistance again, is actually even a stronger resistance as we broke the move here. So people like me, traders, we know now that this should be a decent area of resistance. So we are shorting here. People buying the breakout here, but maybe not having a stop loss, held it down here. They will try to exit the position at break even, making it even more likely to not go higher. And also people actually buying the local lows here. They know that this is resistance, so they are actually selling some of their longs from here or spot buys from here, they're actually selling in the same area. So a lot of confidence here is telling that they are likely to reject here, and reject they did, and they dumped it hard from this point. So this price action is quite expected. So you didn't know here that it wouldn't go higher. But when they didn't go higher and lost this, now people are underwater here. You are expecting some of them will try to exit at break even. Knowing traders, you'll also expect that a lot of people actually sold the bottom here, because that's what many people do. They get emotions and panic sell the bottom, when this is the actual area they should have sold. And also because of emotions, people are actually, oh, we are bouncing, so they are buying it up here. And then smart traders and also people underwater from here are selling it here, and then we dump. So most of the movement in price can usually be explained by human emotions. And when we actually started to, so when we went up here, we kind of wanted to hold this area for continuation up, and we could have held it, but we didn't. Then panic arrows coming in, and people are, oh, we are dumping, so people are selling like crazy. Maybe stop losses on longs are triggering, and a stop loss on a long is actually a sell, making price dump even more. People getting liquidated will make more selling, and some people are also just breakout selling, so shorting on the dump, make more and more sell. But in the end, we come back to an area where people are looking for buys again. And yeah, buy they did. They went a little bit sideways in this area. And in the end, this was the start of a huge uptrend, continuation of uptrend, I guess. So all this stuff can be explained by human emotions, price action, bots playing the moves, achieving and losing levels. So it's kind of self-fulfilling, I guess. So, but expectation here on this setup was a rejection, and we got it. And we didn't know that this would happen, but we expected it because they broke this area close below it. So we expected a reaction here, and we got a strong reaction. Sometimes it will only do a pullback and do another higher low. So you need to take profits on your trade. But here we got a huge dump. Back to a good area to buy. So most price movements can be explained. Some movements in between can be a little bit random, can even be impacted by some news and other stuff, but these setups are usually happening because of how human emotions work, and then bots and traders are learning how price is moving. But even before we had bots and stuff, patterns like this still happened, and in later times, people have started to learn how to trade this price action. So, and then it's even more self-fulfilling. So yeah, so just look for proper price action movements. I prefer to trade pure price action, no indicators. Just what's called naked charts and only trade how price is expected to move between levels and zones. But don't be biased. Take profits on proper spots, even in a huge uptrend, like this also was. This was still a proper area to short. So we did, and we made a good chunk of money on it. But expectation was not to go back to 4K. Expectation was a decent pullback to a new good support. So we just held the previous areas here. Yeah, trade based on price action. That's my recommendation. Then you can get setups like this, make a lot of money on it. So yeah, very nice.